The following story is based on real-life criminal cases. Some names, details, and events have been altered for privacy and dramatic purposes. While every effort has been made to ensure accuracy, certain information may not be factually verified. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Some of these cases remain unsolved to this day.
Losing Lisa was one thing where I thought, I'm not going to be able to get through this. And then realizing that I have a son that needs me. So, as a mom, you have to be there for your children.
Good day, and welcome back to Mutter Mistress. In the world of celebrity, few names carry as much history, fascination, and legacy as Presley. The name itself invokes images of Graceland, the echoes of Elvis's voice, and the enduring cultural presence of an American family that has remained in public view for more than 6 decades. But behind the glamour and nostalgia, a new legal controversy has emerged, one that may alter how the world views one of its most recognizable icons. In early 2024, reports surfaced that Priscilla Presley, widow of Elvis Presley and mother of the late Marie Presley, was facing allegations of tax fraud. These claims came as part of a civil lawsuit filed by 2 former collaborators who had worked alongside Presley in managing certain aspects of her business and estate. The plaintiffs accused her of participating in or benefiting from the filing of false tax documents and alleged misrepresentation of assets connected to the Presley estate. According to filings, the lawsuit asserted that certain financial disclosures submitted to the Internal Revenue Service contained inconsistencies related to income distribution, trust management, and expense reporting. The plaintiffs maintained that these filings were intentionally structured to reduce tax liability and conceal revenue. Presley, through her attorneys, categorically denied all allegations, calling them defamatory and without foundation. The controversy reignited public discussion about the Presley estate, still regarded as one of the most valuable celebrity estates in history. At the center of it stands Priscilla Presley, now navigating a legal battle that places her family's financial affairs under unprecedented scrutiny. Please, before we continue, do not forget to like and subscribe. Your support helps us bring you deeper investigations into cases where fame, fortune, and the law collide. The court filings quickly gained traction among major outlets, drawing commentary from financial analysts and entertainment lawyers. They noted that the Presley estate had long been a complex network of corporations, licensing agreements, and trusts, each tied to decades of merchandising and intellectual property rights. At the heart of this new lawsuit was the claim that financial records had been manipulated to misrepresent taxable earnings. The plaintiffs, 2 former collaborators who had worked closely with Presley's financial team, alleged that their termination came after they questioned certain filings. In their legal complaint, they accused Presley and her representatives of retaliating against them and concealing information from the IRS. They further claimed that internal communications would reveal deliberate misstatements regarding estate valuations and corporate income. Presley's legal counsel responded immediately, calling the allegations baseless and asserting that the plaintiffs were disgruntled former partners, attempting to leverage false narratives for financial gain. Publicly, they emphasized that Presley had always complied fully with tax authorities and maintained professional oversight from certified accountants and attorneys. Still, the lawsuit drew attention for what it symbolized: a potential dispute not just over money, but over trust and legacy. For decades, Priscilla Presley had been credited with transforming Elvis's estate from near insolvency into a global brand. Her leadership of Elvis Presley Enterprises in the 1980s and beyond turned Graceland into a multi-million-dollar attraction. Many fans viewed her stewardship as both protective and visionary. But this lawsuit painted a different picture. It suggested that behind closed doors, accounting practices may have been manipulated for private gain, and that some revenue streams were deliberately structured to obscure their true value. The legal journey began with a filing in Los Angeles Superior Court, where the plaintiffs detailed their grievances. Court documents described a series of alleged false IRS filings, including returns and statements related to trusts established after Marie Presley's death in January 2023. Those trusts were designed to manage assets connected to both the Elvis Presley estate and the rights of Lisa Marie's children. According to the complaint, discrepancies were found between reported earnings and actual cash flows linked to Elvis Presley Enterprises and its licensing partners. The lawsuit claimed these inconsistencies spanned several years and involved both domestic and international filings. If substantiated, such discrepancies could have implications far beyond civil penalties, potentially inviting regulatory review. Legal experts who reviewed the filings noted that proving tax fraud in civil court is difficult. It requires showing not only that misstatements occurred, but that they were intentional and material, meaning they changed the outcome of the tax assessment. Mistakes, omissions, or accounting disagreements alone are insufficient. Intent must be established through documentation, correspondence, or testimony. Through her attorneys, Priscilla Presley continued to maintain that she had no direct involvement in the preparation of the filings in question and that any discrepancies, if they existed, were the responsibility of independent professionals. Her team described the case as a gross mischaracterization of routine business filings. Still, the story spread rapidly. Social media users shared excerpts of court documents. Analysts debated the implications on live television, and the Presley name once again became a headline. This time not for music, but for alleged misconduct in the world of finance. By late autumn, the case of Matthews et al. v. Presley had shifted from quiet speculation to formal discovery. Court orders compelled both sides to begin exchanging documents, setting in motion one of the most intricate forensic reviews in recent celebrity legal history. Inside the Los Angeles Superior Court, clerks managing the docket described the volume of material as substantial. Thousands of pages of tax schedules, email chains, trust agreements, and licensing contracts were delivered to the court under seal, forming the foundation of the inquiry that would follow. Legal observers noted that the case had entered its most critical phase, discovery, the process through which each side gains access to the other's evidence. Forensic accountants and attorneys alike understood that within those pages could lie the factual thread that either supports or dismantles the allegations of tax fraud. Among the first items reviewed were copies of federal and state tax returns filed during key years cited by the plaintiffs. These documents, redacted for privacy, revealed not only income totals, but also line-by-line deductions for travel, marketing, and consulting expenses. Forensic reviewers looked for inconsistencies between those entries and internal ledgers obtained from Presley's corporate entities. Even small differences, a duplicated expense code, or an unexplained reimbursement, could serve as a starting point for uncovering larger discrepancies.